I gripped the steering wheel of my yellow taxi, glancing at the rearview mirror where my 1-year-old daughter, Mia, sat strapped into a car seat. She cooed softly, her big brown eyes curiously watching the neon lights of the city blur past. It was just another late shift. I had taken up driving a taxi after my husband's sudden disappearance. With no one to leave Mia with, I kept her by my side, ensuring she was always safe. The streets of the city were unpredictable, but I was sharp, tough, and knew how to navigate danger. Tonight, however, something felt off. A call came through my radio, an urgent pickup request from an isolated industrial area. The fare was high, too high for a regular ride, but rent was due, and Mia needed food. I hesitated for a moment before responding, "On my way." As I pulled into the dark, deserted alley, a man in a heavy coat and a hat pulled low over his face stepped out from the shadows. He opened the back door and slid in. "Where to?" I asked, forcing calm into my voice. "Drive," the man said, his tone flat, almost mechanical. I turned onto the main road, my instincts screaming. The man was too quiet. I stole a glance at Mia, who had dozed off. My heart pounded. I had to be careful. "Rough night?" I asked, testing the waters. "Just keep driving," the man muttered. His hands were hidden in his coat, his posture rigid. I adjusted my mirror subtly and noticed something alarming. 2 black SUVs trailing behind us. We were being followed. My mind raced. This wasn't a regular passenger. Was he running from someone? Or worse, was I driving into a trap? I slowed slightly, feigning ignorance, and reached for the emergency button under my dashboard. But before I could press it, the man growled, "Don't even think about it." My pulse spiked. He knew. "Listen, I have my daughter in the car," I said, my voice steady despite the panic clawing at my chest. "If you're in trouble, I can help, but I won't let anything happen to her." The man exhaled sharply, his gaze flickering to Mia. Something shifted in his expression. "Get me out of here. Lose those cars. Do that, and I'll be gone." I didn't need more convincing. With a swift motion, I yanked the wheel and took a sharp turn into a narrow street, sending the car skidding. The SUVs followed, but struggled to keep up. I knew these streets better than anyone. "Hold on," I muttered. I weaved through alleys, cut across an abandoned construction site, and finally, as I hit the main road again, I saw only empty streets behind me. The SUVs were gone. I pulled over, my hands trembling. "You're clear, now get out." The man hesitated, then pulled out a thick wad of cash and placed it on the seat. "For the risk, and for the kid." Then he was gone, vanishing into the night. I let out a breath I hadn't realized I was holding. I turned to check on Mia, who was still peacefully asleep, unaware of the danger that had just passed. I leaned back against the seat, adrenaline still coursing through my veins. Tomorrow, I would drive again. But tonight, I would hold my daughter a little tighter, knowing that in the shadows of the city, danger was always just one ride away.